doing the same thing we did before. I'm going to show you a lab demo, some supplies, walk you through, what the lab would look like. And I want you to figure out what a problem could be, independent, dependent variable, and the control group. So one last time, safety goggles on, and let's get to the lab. Okay, so we got 3 bowls of water with the same amount of water in each. One says hot, one says room temperature, one says cold. So we have 3 different temperatures of water. We have some glow sticks, as you can see, a whole pack. Now there's several colors, but what I ended up doing was I wanted to make sure we had the same color to keep our constants, so maybe the coloration would affect our results. We don't want that to happen because the only thing we want to test is the temperature of the water. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put these glow sticks in the water, and we're going to let them sit for a while, and then we had to create a scale so we could quantify our data. So I made a glowiness scale from 0 to 5, and I would give you all a time amount. I would say put your glow sticks in now. We would let them sit in there for 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes, we would rate the glowiness of the hot water one, the cold water one, and the room temperature one. So basically, I've got it set up. Once everybody had their glow sticks broken and in the water, we would start, the timer, because we would make sure everybody would have them in there the same amount of time, another constant. And they would rate the glowiness at the end of the 5 minutes, and then we would record our data. So take a moment. I want you guys to pause the video and think about what the problem, the variables. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to look at these. Again, well-written problems have got both variables in it. So we could have done something like, what is the effect of temperature on the glowiness? That's really scientific, I know. Glowiness of glow stick. Actually, they're glow bracelets, but whatever. Question mark, because it is a question. All right, so now we got to figure out independent variable. Independent variable, remember, is in your problem if you've written it well. So we have temperature. That's your IV, because that's what we changed at the beginning of the experiment. We had a bowl that had hot water, cold water, and room temperature water. We changed that at the beginning. That's the independent variable. So temperature, basically it's the temperature of the glow stick because you're putting it in the water. That's why we leave it for 5 minutes, so it can, gain the temperature of the water. Okay. We let it sit in there for 5 minutes, and remember, the way we were quantifying this is we used our handy-dandy little glow brightness scale. So you would record a number as to whether there was no glow at all, which one was the brightest, which one was the dimmest, things like that. So you would have to assign it a number. So basically, it's our glowiness. There it is, right there in your problem. Glowiness of glow stick based on the 0 to 5 scale that we made. Okay, and we would write that on the board so everybody would be using the same one. All right, our control group for this one, if you think about it, we've got hot water, we got cold water, we got room temperature water. Generally, if you're just kind of sitting around, things are going to be the normal temperature, room temperature, at least, in a lab or in a controlled setting. So our room temp, we would call our control group. Okay, guys, that's our 3 examples. I'm hoping that helped you, get through some of the scientific investigation stuff. If you still have questions, you know where to find me.